Welcome to Smart Brands Show, where every episode is a step closer to your success story. Join me as an industry expert as we explore career experiences, vulnerability, intimacy, and industry expert strategies. Get ready for a roller coaster of fun where learning meets laughter and inspiration sparks innovation. Don't forget to subscribe, and hit the bell icon for notifications. Let's embark on this success journey together.
This is Smart Brand Show, brought to you by Smart Brands Africa.
Hello there, you are welcome to the Smart Brand Show brought to you by Smart Brands Africa. I am Debbie Agbola, your host, and today we are having a premium guest with us. So guess what? His name is Lucky James. So we are glad to have Mr. Lucky James here with us today. Hi, Mr. Lucky.
Oh, can you hear me? Good evening. It's actually a pleasure to be here today.
Thank you for honoring our invitation. So how do you feel being on this show today?
Oh, I actually feel excited. I do feel excited. It's been a while. I did video shows on social media, and I had one recently, and it was really exciting. And I had to carry that energy over down here to this particular one, and I feel excited to be here.
Wow, awesome. So this show is not something that's serious like other interviews. So there's
Okay.
there's segment for fun, segment for question and answer, segment
All
for
right.
rhyme. So there are four basic segments for this show. So are you
Okay.
ready?
Yeah, I think I
Okay.
am. I think I am.
Okay. Just relax because I'm about to ask you some intimate
Uh,
questions. Like
wow.
the audience gets to know more about you. You know, many people actually know the brand Lucky James, but some don't even know anything apart from your name. They know what you do, but something more private about you. So we are going into that segment now. The segment is
Wow.
called Get Intimate Segment. Are you ready?
Okay. I am. I think I am.
Okay. So my first question to you is: are you an inside person or outside person? Like, are you an introvert or extrovert?
I'm a very introverted somebody. I'm an inside person. Always inside.
Why? Like, is it just you, or just you prefer your time, your you time, your lonely time? Like, why?
Okay. I prefer my space. So I'm this kind of person that I've always noticed that whenever it is I go out, I always feel super exhausted in a very short period of time. Like either I go out or whenever I'm in the midst of a lot of people, I easily get drained out, right? So let's say I attend an event and I'm at the event and 30 minutes, maybe an hour into the event, everybody's still vibing and all. But personally, me, I'm already in my mind, I'm already like, okay, it's time to go, guys. When are we go? When are we going home? So I always love having my space to myself. Yeah, that's the kind of person I am. I'm an inside person.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That is interesting. So my second question to you is this or that.
Okay.
Like, you choose one. So
All
tea
right.
or coffee?
Coffee. Any day, anytime.
You are going to give us reason why you are choosing that.
Seriously. Okay. I just prefer coffee. I don't know. I just prefer coffee. I even made a post on Facebook today, and
Okay.
the call to action I actually added to that post was, are you who else, I think, who else is a fan of coffee? I think that's what I used, because I went to an eatery today to work, and when I went there I actually got coffee for myself. So I'm very much big on coffee to tea. Prefer coffee.
Okay. So do you prefer light theme or dark theme? Like
Ah,
maybe
dark.
white or black?
Dark whole, because I'm putting on my white shirt today. I'm always for dark. I'm always putting on black. Like I prefer dark to white. Someone that is actually quarreling me of recent. She's like, I should try colors, I should try new colors. And I say always I'm going to be putting on blacks. I'm like, okay, let me be wearing white sometimes. Let me be wearing white and colors at times. So no, I actually prefer dark. I don't know why, but I prefer dark to white. Yeah.
In black.
It's in black, exactly.
Okay. So singing or dancing?
What do you say?
Singing or dancing?
Okay, say dancing, please. I prefer to. I cannot dance, so now that's the
Can
honest
you
reality.
hear
I don't
me?
know how to. Loud and clear. Can you hear me? I can hear you.
Yes, yes. Singing
All
or
right.
dancing?
Dancing. I cannot dance, but I prefer dancing to singing. I cannot. I don't know how to dance, but I prefer dancing to singing. I'm going to dance it anyhow. Like I don't care if I'm actually dancing it rightly or
So
not. But
okay, let me get this straight. You cannot sing and you cannot dance.
I see. I believe personally. I believe I can sing, but whenever I sing, people
Mm-hmm.
often say I don't know how to sing. So I don't know. Like
Whenever you just open your mouth to sing, you just discover that okay, you cannot sing.
no, me. I've not discovered it yet. Though personally, I believe I can sing. When I sing, I hear it and I'm like, oh, this boy is good. But when other people hear my song, they're like, guy, please, oh, yeah, close your mouth. Don't sing, don't sing again. So I'm like, okay. If they say that's the way it is, okay, no wahala now. But me, I prefer to dance, yeah, than to sing.
Wow. Hey, so the next one is YouTube on Netflix.
Okay. You said what?
YouTube on Netflix.
YouTube. I mean, YouTube. I have a current rights. I normally engage every day, where every day in the morning I have to watch a YouTube video before I go out, and it's once in a while I don't get to watch it Netflix, so it's YouTube any day.
Okay. Okay, so this one is just related to my previous question to you. Music or
All right.
movie?
Music.
Mm. So you rather
Yeah.
listen to music than you watch you rather listen to music than you watch movie.
Yes, I think so. Sometimes I feel stressed out watching movies. I like to watch movies, but there's a movie I'm currently watching, and the movie is
So
an 80
can you
minutes.
just give us three of your favorite artists? Like the music you listen to, just give us three.
Okay, well, three. Johnny Drews. One.
Ah wow, wow, wow. Okay, okay, bring it on.
Okay, two. Ah, oh again. Dusin. I don't know if you know him. Dusin is a Nigerian gospel artist. He's a Nigerian gospel
The
artist.
Eagle.
And exactly the ego. That's two.
Hmm.
And for the third, who's the third? Who do I give the third? No name is coming to head currently right now, Sha. There's someone I want to call, but I'm not remembering his name. I'm trying to remember this person's name, but it's stupid. It's not in Nigeria. It's not a Nigerian singer. That's the reason why it's not like she's coming in and it's actually
Okay.
going out. Yeah, but if I remember, Sha, before the end of this, I'm going to mention the name of the person.
Okay, I will remind you.
All right.
Okay, then the last. Oh, oh, Johnny, do and do sing. High five. Okay. Okay, the last question from this
All right.
segment. You describe yourself in three words. Like describe Lucky James in three words.
In three words. Okay. One. Introverted. Two. two. Consistent. And three.
Yes, you are very consistent. Like you are the king of consistency.
And
I
three.
think
Dominate.
you should write a book on consistency blueprint.
Consistency blueprint. That's a nice
Hmm.
idea. I think I should work around
Yeah.
something. I should work around something for that. I should. I should.
Yes.
Thanks for the idea. I should do something
You're
around that.
welcome.
Consistent. Dominate. Three words.
Oh, okay. Dominate, the dominator.
Exactly.
Wow. Wow,
Yeah.
awesome. That's interesting. I love the three: introverted,
Thank you.
consistent, and dominate. Beautiful. So,
Thank you.
we are going into another section of this show. So,
Okay.
I'm going to be asking you some questions related to your career, related to your business. So, are you ready?
Yes, I am. I think I am.
Okay. Okay. Why did you start? What inspired you? What motivates you to start?
Okay, well, why did I start? What inspired me? What motivated me? Well, personally, for me, I feel that I got exposure to. I was fortunate, and let me use the word fortunate. Well, I was fortunate enough to get exposure to a couple of things when I was young, and well, those things actually spurred me to this current point I am. Right, so I came across a couple of things, and I was fortunate enough to come across those things. And at that stage or at that period of time in my life, I felt that those things were really, really important. It's more like I don't know if you've heard stories of. There are some kind of stories I've heard. I've heard people share, and they're like, there was one certain period of time someone told me to buy land at a particular place, and well, I didn't buy the land. Sha. I said I was going to. I didn't really bother, so I didn't buy the land. Later on in life, when I now see let me go and ask how much for land in that particular place, before it was 50,000. Now the land is now like 1 point something million, and I'm now regretting if I had known.
Wow.
No, I should have bought the land. I've
Hmm.
heard people share this kind of stories like a good number of times. You get so
Yes.
that's what actually happened to me. What happened to me was the fact that I actually got the exposure many years ago, and when I got it, I didn't procrastinate on it. I was just like, okay, this actually makes a lot of sense. I think I should go down that route, and I took it, and this is actually where it has led me, though. So I was just fortunate enough to stumble on information that was pointing towards this direction, and I felt it was worth it, and I decided to follow that path. So
Yes.
that's how it has been for me.
Wow. Wow. That's
Yeah.
beautiful because if you ask some people, they will say, okay, passion or maybe because of money, but you, like, you are so fortunate. You are very fortunate, and this is taking me to another direction. But I will not go to that
Thank you.
direction. Let me continue in the
Okay.
fact.
All right.
I don't want to lose focus.
All
Okay.
right.
My second question to you is, what is the hardest part of being a social media manager or an entrepreneur at large? What is the hardest part of doing what you are doing? What is the hardest part of your journey, and how did you overcome that?
Okay, well, for me personally, I think one of the hardest thing was getting clients that actually understand what exactly you want to offer and them getting to pay what it is worth. Most especially when you're working for Nigerian brands, And as a social media manager, and my focus has always been on working for majority of business owners, helping them get visible on social media and driving at the end of the day sales for their businesses. Now, the issue with that is that a lot of Nigerian businesses are too small to afford the amount that is required to help them put in the effort that is needed for them to get the kind of results they want to have. I mean, you tell someone you're a social media manager and they're telling you that they want to pay 50,000 naira per month and they want to make sales in the process. So it was really a big issue because I had the knowledge. I mean, I had taken a lot of courses. I still currently take courses. I've attended a lot of webinars and all just to ensure I properly understand how social media works and how these people can get to leverage them for marketing reasons. So the fact that I was still struggling to get clients who were ready to pay me my worth was a big issue back then, though.
Hmm. Wow. Like, I think I can relate because as a freelancer,
Yeah.
we tend to attend to different kinds of people. Some will even bring their aggression to you. So different client, different problem. So I
Yeah,
can
that's
relate.
true.
So my next question to you, okay, my next question to you is, every entrepreneur or every business owner have their own breakthrough period. So when can
All
you
right.
say your own breakthrough period was, and how did it happen? what is that catalyst that boosts your breakthrough? Like, is it an event or something? Maybe what really happened? Is it someone that helped you, or is it an event, or what even, like, what made it happen?
Okay. Good question. I think it was. I can't remember correctly right now. Specifically right now, but I think it was either 2021 or 2020. I can't remember correctly right now. I participated in a writing challenge that was hosted by Mom and sorry, not and right now. Ma'am Edzirin Edewo, you should know her. So I participated in a writing challenge she hosted and I won that writing challenge. And by this time, I mean, she had a Facebook community that had, I can't remember how many members that were in that community, but I'm pretty sure it was more than 20,000 people. I can't remember correctly, but there were over 20,000 people who were members of that Facebook community. And, everybody contested for the challenge. And personally, I won that writing challenge. So at the end of the day, after the challenge was over, she made a post on Facebook where she had, there was a live session on Facebook on the group where she had to tell the members of the group how the challenge went, and was also she had to also talk about who won the challenge. So after she had to share and say everything, at the end of the day, it was realized, or she had to announce that I won the challenge. I mean, that actually gave me a lot of visibility, considering the fact that Mamediri Nadeo is a very he's one of the top leaders when it comes to this thing we do online, his marketing world and the rest of it. So that challenge alone, I mean, the
Yes.
kind of visibility he gave to me was really, really mad. There are people till today that see actually like when we get to converse, and I'm like, okay, how did you get to know me? And all they're like, they knew me through that competition I won. You understand? So it actually gave me the visibility that brought me tons of people to follow me first of all, and this it made these people also see me as a person of okay, for this guy to win this challenge,
Yes.
it means that he knows what he's actually doing. So it brought me the visibility I needed. It also gave me that authority status that I've been able to grow my brand upon. I don't know if you get my point.
Okay. So there's a lesson in what you just shared now. Like, sometimes if things are not working for us, then we need to just go out and show ourselves to new audience. Like, we need to show them our potential, what we can do. And from visibility is, I think visibility is one of the major things that makes someone an authority in
Yeah,
our
true.
field. So
That's true.
your story is inspiring. You inspire
Thank
me,
you.
sir. Okay.
Thank
So my
you.
next question to you.
Uh,
You're a student, right? You're still a student
yeah,
as
so
at
I
this
am.
moment.
Yeah, I am.
Okay, we are still students. Student
We're
interviewing
serious.
students. Student
Exactly.
entrepreneur interviewing student entrepreneur. So
Yeah.
okay, so what quality do you think student entrepreneur should possess? Like, you show up, like, if not daily, you show up very well. You push out quality content, and from your work we can see that you are an authority in your brand, in your field. So what quality do you think other student entrepreneurs should possess?
Okay. I think qualities. Okay. Should I call them qualities from my own end? But I think two things they should actually possess. One, I think it's just one thing, and that one thing actually covers every other thing. But is the
Okay.
ability to focus on the right things. Focusing on the right things.
Mm,
Now, I wanted to say two things because I was going to say focusing on the right things and time management. But if you're focusing on the right thing, I mean, it still encompasses time management. You understand? So it's just being able to focus on the right thing. There are lots of things that actually call to our attention daily. And most times we won't even know that these things are actually calling to our attention if we're not intentional about our focus. You understand? I mean, you can go through a whole day and it seemed like you were doing a lot of things. And if you get to check things critically, you would notice that you just wasted your day. Either maybe watching movies, talking to someone, just doing things that don't actually matter a lot. And if you understand very much important, if you understand very well, which you do as a student, I mean, school is very, very important. Like you don't want to graduate with a poor
yes.
result because if you do graduate with a poor result, it's more like you just wasted your time in the first place. You understand? And if you also want
Yes.
to build a brand on social media, it can be time consuming and all. So you need to understand that focus is very, very important. You need to be able to at least understand, okay, what do you want to achieve at school? What do you want to achieve at your brand in your brand? Now, school deserves more of your attention. You need to have a like personally, I have a calendar that actually covers my school activities, and the time I need to channel into those activities. And now, what kind of things do I need to do for my brand? I also have it mapped out the things I need to do. You understand? Now, the things that I can't actually do, I just try to what eliminate them. There are things that we do regularly or consistently. That it's not like they are bad to do them, but based on the fact that we are students and trying to be business owners, entrepreneurs, and all whatever it is we are on social media, we have to let go of a lot of things. You understand? Like one of the things I'm currently letting go of right now is speaking at what's it called, virtual events. I mean, I've done this thing for a long period of time, and I'm like, virtual events are not bad to speak at, but based on my time, I mean, that period of time between let's say maybe 8 o'clock to 9 p.m. in the evening, or let's say 7 o'clock to 8 p.m. or 7 to 8:30 p.m. I can actually squeeze that time in to read my book instead of showing up live at an event. You understand? So focus is a very, very important thing. And well, it's not like I'm saying a total no to virtual events. I'm actually still open for virtual events, but then I decided that I'm not going to be doing it for free. Those who are willing and are ready to pay can get to pay. Then I can get to create time for it. You get. So focus is a very, very important quality they should have.
So, what you just shared now reminds me of a quote like, what you need is focus and not more time. But I think we need both.
In both.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
So my next question to you is this
Okay.
is this question is this question is probably brought to you by Violence Headquarter. So how do you manage different clients? How do you cope with different types of clients?
Okay, the truth is, well, clients can be very different, most especially, let me not say
Yes.
Nigerians. I mean, around the world, yeah, clients can actually, it's because it's humans, and as humans actually respond differently to different things. You understand? So about that, I think emotional intelligence is very, very important. You cannot always satisfy all clients, but the thing is, you should always try, which is something I always try to do. I always try to satisfy them to the best I can. Go extra length as much as possible to ensure that you're able to deliver quality service. But if at the end of the day, the way they are acting is not in line with the way you want them to act, or they're like, doing what they want you to do. What I do is I just make them understand, okay, this is what I'm here to do for you. This is what you call me on to do for you, right? If I'm not doing it the way you want, okay, what exactly do you want me to do? How can we get to fix it? And now, if at the end of the day I get to realize, or we get to realize that, okay, I mean, this person is just complaining. But there's some client that can just complain unnecessarily. There's always something they want to complain about. There's always something. So when I come to an understanding that this person is always going to keep on complaining, irrespective of whatever it is I try to do, the goal at the end of the day is just to do it, to cut them off, right? I mean, get as much leads as possible that you can get to convert to clients. So that way you don't have to focus so much on those ones that you don't feel like working with. I don't know if you get.
The part I like most from what you just said now is the emotional intelligence part. Because if you're not
Okay.
that emotionally strong enough to handle different kind of clients, like sometimes you just feel like, oh, I want to give up, I want to do this, but when you have this emotional intelligence, you know how to deal with different kind of clients. So
Yeah, that's true.
all right, my next question to you is, what routines
Okay.
do you follow each day? Like, can you share with us your routines, like from morning to evening? I want to know your secrets. It's called so.
Okay. Okay, so it's simple. I always try to wake up as early as possible. I always try to wake up as early as possible. And the first thing I do when I get to wake up is to pray. You understand? I pray, I do my morning devotion. And after that, the next thing I move on to is I try to watch at least one video on YouTube. One video on YouTube. I usually miss it at least every day, two videos. So one is a TEDx video. I just made a compulsory subject for me. One TEDx video and one video around maybe a skill or anything but on YouTube, you understand? So after the morning devotion, I move over to YouTube. And after moving over to YouTube, on days when I can, I go out for a morning exercise. When I go out for morning exercise, wow, doing the exercise, I get to listen to a podcast, while doing the exercise. And after that, when I get back home, I take my bath and I read a book for at least, let's say, 30 minutes to an hour. I read a book. So that's literally it for during the morning hours. Then I go out for my, and also, yeah, in the morning, I also try to write, at least I get to spend at least 30 minutes to write something. Then I go out. If I have to go to school, I go to school and I return back home. And when I get back home, I do, if I have work to do, there's a time slated for work, I get to work. The work can actually be creating content for my clients, creating content for my brand, maybe shooting a video. There are a series of work I have to do. So I just always know what kind of work I need to do each day. So when I get to work on whatever that day's work is, I move over to the next thing, which is to plan ahead for the next day. So I often always try to ensure I create a to-do list, which is something I always try to do every day. I create a to-do, like even today, I already have a to-do list for my Saturday. Tomorrow is Saturday, and I already have a to-do list for the things I will do on Saturday. You understand? So I create a to-do list, and after creating a to-do list, I journal. I try to, put my thoughts together. How did my day go? I try to remember for my journaling, I try to remember the TEDx video I watched in the morning, and I indicate a lesson I learned from the TEDx video. Then I just journal a little bit about how my day went. Then I add a lesson from just one lesson I got from how my day went. I just put it down there as well too. So that's kind of a rough sketch of how my day is usually like.
Hmm, that's evaluation.
Exactly.
Last part stood out for me, the evaluation, like retrospect about how your day actually went. That is a good one. So if anybody
Okay.
comes to me, like they are social media managers, they are upcoming and they want to be successful, I would direct them to this video to come and check out your daily routine so that once they follow up your step, they will be successful. Okay.
All
So
right.
who are the 5 people you look up to and why?
Okay. 5 people I look up to and why. Okay. One. Um. I look up to King John Obidi. That's one. Two. I look up to what's his name? This man name just entered my head and he just disappeared. Yeah, he's African. I said African. I can't remember his country right now. But there's this man I follow on Facebook. Strive Masiwa. That's the man. And I look up to Strive Masiwa. What again do I look up to? I look up to what's his name? Tony Elimulu, the founder of UBA.
This is my last question to you, and it's
All
based
right.
on affirmation. So, can you tell us your favorite affirmation, like word of affirmation?
My favorite sort of affirmation. I don't use affirmations that much.
Welcome to Smart Brand Show, where every episode is a step closer to your success story. Join me as an industry expert as we explore career experiences, vulnerability, intimacy, and industry expert strategies. Get ready for a roller coaster of fun where learning meets laughter and inspiration sparks innovation. Don't forget to subscribe, and hit the bell icon for notifications. Let's embark on this success journey together.
This is Smart Brand Show, brought to you by Smart Brands Africa.
About lessons you've learned from a particular word. So, I'll give you a word, then you're going to share with us a certain lesson you've learned from that word. Are you ready?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, the first word I'm going to give you is growth. What lesson have you learned from the word growth?
Okay. Well, the lesson I've learned from the word growth, well, there are lots of lessons. I think one lesson I've learned is that more like plants, I mean, plants actually demonstrate how growth works a lot to us as humans. I mean, you need to dig the soil, you need to bury a seed, you need to water when needs be, and there has to be access to sunlight for that plant to actually grow. And a plant does not grow on the day you put it inside the soil. It does not grow and start producing fruits on that day. It actually takes time for it to, shoot out of the soil, for it to grow, and for it to start bearing fruits. Okay, so one of the lessons, or one lesson I've learned from that scenario, is that growth often takes time, provided we're doing the right thing. I mean, we've dug the soil, we've planted the seed. That's more like we're learning, we're taking action where needs be. In a matter of time, either sooner or later, growth is always going to come. So even if we are not seeing growth right now, that does not mean we should, give up and say we are not doing again. Provided we're
Okay.
doing the right thing, we're taking action, growth will definitely come. Results will come. Growth, whatever.
Okay. The second word is relationship. What lessons have you learned from the word relationship?
Okay, well, one of the lessons I've learned from relationship, the word relationship, but relationship is that we cannot, well, we can survive. I mean, we can thrive in life without people, but then to make life much more easier for us, relationships are vital. Relationship is more like connecting with people and sharing something, more like two people in a ship. You get? So we need to build for us to grow, which is what we all want, for us to get the results, which is what we all want as humans. One of the easiest ways we can always get this done, which is something I've learned in my personal life, is getting to build relationships with people who are headed towards the same journey as we are headed in this journey of life. So,
Okay. So this is the last segment of this
all
show,
right.
and it's about rhyme. Like, not like rhyme. Segment is about you bringing out quotes from a word. I'll give you a word,
Okay.
then you're going to bring out quotes. You're going to form a quote from the word. So I'll give you two words. Then, okay,
Okay.
let's start with the first one. So the first word I'll give you is money. Form a quote with money.
Okay. A quote with money. Okay, money they say is the root of all evil, but that is a literal form of it in the sense that money is necessary or money is important for survival. I hope that actually makes sense.
Okay, the second word is affirmation. Form a quote with the word affirmation.
Okay, a quote with the word affirmation. Whatever it is we need to be in life, one of the easiest ways to always keep that thought in mind and help the universe get us to attract those things is to regularly affirm those words to ourselves. Keeps us in check and help us attract those opportunities. Anyways, that was not so bad.
Thank you so much for granting a request.
You're
We know it's
welcome.
not easy to show off. You're a busy man. You attend to school, your clients, your personal brand. We are
Okay.
really grateful. The Smart Brands Africa is very grateful
I'm
to
glad
you
to know.
for honoring our invitation.
I'm glad
And
to
we
know.
hope if we invite you for a physical recording, you will show off. Thank you
Definitely.
so
I
much.
mean, I definitely will.
Thank you so much, Mr. Lucky James, for honoring
You're
our
welcome.
invitation.
Thank you for having
Okay,
me.
so what is that advice? That is my last question for you. What is that advice you have for upcoming social media manager?
All right. Well, the advice I have for upcoming social media managers is that first of all, it's important to be good at what you do. All right. Very, very important. Try to understand what social media management is really about. So you're not just going to be one half-baked social media manager out there. Look for someone who is really, really experienced at social media management and has a course on it. And you get to pay to learn more about it because the truth is, one thing I often tell people is that opportunities most times come but once. That's a reality of life. And if you're not able to maximize an opportunity whenever it comes, you don't know if it's going to come again. So provided you're
Yes.
good at what it is you do, when you get to deliver for these clients, what you would get to notice is that they would like what you do, and there's a higher tendency they can refer you to more people. And even if you don't get to refer you to more people, when you're good at what you do and you get those jobs, when you get to work on those jobs, the results you can get from those jobs based on your good, you can always use it to attract new people who would want to work for you, because people don't just want to pay people to people don't just want to just pay people for becoming their social media managers. People want to pay people with proven results to manage their pages. So my advice is just get really good at what you do. When you get really good at what you do, every other thing would not be so much of an issue for you. Getting clients and all, it might take time and all, but then provided you're good at what you do, you'll get there.
Thank you so much, Mr. Lucky James, once again.
You're
I feel like I should continue saying thank you, thank you, thank you to show my appreciation. So,
welcome.
thank you, sir. Okay, so we'll meet behind the scene. Thank you
All right,
so
no
much.
problem. You're
Bye.
welcome. See ya.
Okay, guys, that was a wonderful section with Mr. Lucky James. And we promise to bring you other premium guests on this show. So stay tuned for another episode on Smart Brand Show. I remain your host, Debbie Agbola, and bye for now.
This is Smart Brand Show, brought to you by Smart Brands Africa.